the Dharma. Very good, able to set up team fights, able to get to the backline as well. So this will be a very interesting hero to look at. Unfortunately, the channel is banned out because, well, Team Hong Kong China is planning to pick the R Lee. So there's no direct counter, at least at the early stages towards the R Lee. For another farm laner, so they have to figure out something else. And they're going to go for the Diren J again, which I think is the next best pick anyway.
Yeah. Perfect pick here, right? Coming in for the side of Singapore's farm lane here. You need that to actually go in against the early in those early game matchups here. Might not be the best outscaling potential, but at the very least, early to mid game, Diren still dominates against early here. Now, coming in for the third pick, coming in for Hong Kong China, there are a few picks, right? They can go for the Mage, they can go for the Roam, likely something like a Zhang Fei Diadea, or even the Angel again. They had a lot of success with this so far, and revisiting on a Hoa, I think it's a good choice.
Yeah, definitely a good choice. But I think they need to do a better job of protecting. The Ganenmo, again, a huge counter, right? If they're able to get that one, because she's so immobile. If you're able to just lock and load on top of her, she's going to have a tough time. But I don't know if it's just like Singapore are staying away or what.
Now, that's the issue here. At the very least, last game, you can go for the Ganenmo because there's no Arlie here. And we know for a fact, Arlie's Maple Dance can block any sort of projectiles here. So if they do pick a Ganenmo here on the fourth pick, will they be walking to the trap of Hong Kong China?
Also true. Also true.
Okay, I guess it really depends on like the timing, also the execution at that particular moment, right? So it's really, really hard to tell. But I guess if I was Team Singapore, I'll be like, okay, I'll take some risk. I'll go for the Ganenmo.
Yeah, I would risk it too because like you're working around cooldowns at that point, right? I mean, every single shots that he's got in terms of the blades, like you have more, right? Like, are you going to force it out? Is the Arlie going to always be in the right spot at the right time to block them out? I mean, obviously in the big T fights, obviously it'll be there, but you know, you're basically saying that, you know, she's babysitting the Angela or they're sticking together.
It's a good reaction game, right? And that's a Liang Rom coming in for Hong Kong China. They're doubling down on Hoa's capability on landing those skill shots. They really want to burst down Yuming on that dude. The moment Yuming comes in, click of a finger, immediately engaging on Yuming and bursting him down. But I think this opens up several counters coming in from Team Singapore. You have the Lapu Lapu, you have the Zhang Fei, both extremely good into the Liang matchup here that Hong Kong China is proposing.
I would say go for taking the risk, right? Take the Ganenmo right now because you have the Liang. If one of them happen to be protected, well, at least you have another target that you can go for as well. So go for it. Okay, are they gonna? Okay, Garuda instead. All right, fine.
Actually, I'm okay with the Garuda. It kind of largely mitigates some of the Arlie that you were talking about, right, in terms of a counter. But now you got the Lian Po. Set it up, right? Every time dude with glasses tries to lock somebody down, you punch him in the face.
Oh, wow.
No, a little coming on a little strong.
In the jiu-jitsu style?
You pop in, you know, you pop in and knock him up, you know?
Okay, I'll be afraid now. Maybe I should chase it with Sagi.
You are wearing glasses, though.
Exactly.
Thanks for reminding me. Yeah.
Liang wears glasses. He didn't specify if it was a Liang or Sir Cloud, you know? So you might want to be careful later on in the cast.
Oh, just like how Team Singapore will need to be careful of the Bai Chi now.
Oh.
Wow, you have the Bai Chi, you have the Fate. So Bai Chi will be a very strong frontliner. Obviously, he can absorb damage, and he can also track down the Dharma if the Dharma tries something funny.
Oh yeah, and I'm interested to see whether this Bai Chi is going jungle or clash lane because yesterday Kahin was pulling it in towards the jungle, which we saw yesterday, and today he is going once again towards. Give it a while, we're still waiting for it to load. Once again going towards the jungle on towards Kahin.
Yeah, interesting. Because also it kind of counters the Dune tank as well. Like you want to be like, okay, you want to be that frontliner? Let's go. Wind slash? Okay. I'm tanky enough to go there. Plus I've got my own talk. I can lay waste, if you will, get to that back line where again, you're trying to get the squishy heroes as we go into, of course, the final series of the day. Game number 2, Cloud. Who are you giving the edge to here?
Oof. If there was a Ganenmo pick, I know it sounds like a risky pick. We talked about it. I'll probably put it onto, okay, because you have a Ganenmo, I'm going to give it to you, right? But without the Ganenmo right now, I'll be like, Garuda, yeah, long range, Wings of Judgment. It's not because of damage, right? Especially if you want to like just burst that damage down and try to take out one as quickly as possible. So to me, Hong Kong China is the better draw.
I'm not so... Okay, I do agree to a certain degree with the Ganenmo, but I think that the Garuda is fine, right? I think in terms of like a mid laner, it still has... It outranges. It has... as long as your positioning is flawless, and he needs to be a little bit careful as he dodges some of these barriers here. But, you know, again, it's trying to outclass Hao, on the Angela, who has proven time and time again that the Angela is a great mid pick here at the Asia Games.
Yeah, and you can combo with the Liang, like obviously. So Liang holds down with a power word control, and then comes in the Blazing Brilliance. Yeah, it's a very, very strong control. It's just that they'll be putting themselves in a very, very vulnerable position. Now, can that be countered? Yeah, the Dune is there as well. If the Dune can counter, okay, the Dune can counter for sure. Weekend can counter too. So I would say that Team Singapore, they have responses.
Oh, the Chaos Cinder. This is annoying, right? We were like, the Dune would go in. You have the Liang with those barriers. You have Angela with the Chaos Cinder. You have so many different ways to control because it is very predictable. You know where it's going to be. And this is why this draft, you were talking about how you favored it. I mean, there are definitely counters to it. And they do quite a bit on this Yuming. He's going to struggle.
So this will also depend on like execution of Weekend, right? Like when will he go in with the Tremor Smash? Will he go in as an engage or as a counter engage? Yeah, if he goes in as an engage, well, that means that the rest of Team Singapore, they have to win the fight quickly. If they stall that fight, the Team Hong Kong China, they have a lot of utilities to counter back.
Yeah. Kahing, though, he's not level 4. He's going to set up the barrier with the Chaos Cinder. That might be enough to flash away. And all of this just for a pheasant. Man, you just want a single piece of the pie in terms of the jungle camps. And Hong Kong, China are like, nope, here comes everything.
Okay, and they have to be careful as well because Kahing is not at level 4 when that happened. So the next time they meet in that similar scenario, they are probably going to get a strike for themselves.
Yeah, and so this is going to give them a spike in terms of this early game, right? Being able to find that control, and they actually have the lay waste as well. He's not able to unruly blade on back, and they have just enough. Yuming down, giving up first strike.
And that was what I was just talking about, right? Like the moment Kahing got level 4, he's ready with the power control. That's exactly what will happen. And that will happen again until Team Singapore gets enough items to hopefully tank it.
But they're going to struggle in the early game, right? This is a huge power spike for Hong Kong, right? Kahing, anytime that ult is on, you're looking for a gank. You're looking for something. And so Singapore have to work around that cooldown as it looks like Kai Yang is taking a little bit in terms of this trade with Sumki.
Yeah, it's the similar theory of like if you have a Liang Princess Frost sort of combo, right?
Yeah.
It's just that this is Liang with another girlfriend, which is Angela, right? So
Should we tell Princess Frost? But here's the control. That's the lock in, and they lock it down. Yanchi is going to be taken down. I mean, that wombo combo is just too much at this stage.
Oh yeah. This is again same theory with Liang and Princess Frost. It just repeats and repeats and repeats. But Singapore, they respond with aggression.
Yeah, you want to take this down. But look, here come the assault. This is a perfect flank. The Winston Suspect looking to go for that flank. And now Yuming, he's going to just take out most of this. But they've got 4 members down here. And they find UA as well as Yuming. A great rotation by Hong Kong, China.
Oh, and so happened that the Tyrant is up. So this will be a free Tyrant for Team Hong Kong, China. But inside...
Oh, here we go. And now it looks like he's locking it up. The Tremor Smash only onto 1, and he's going to be going down just way too deep. Hong Kong, China gave up the turn because they thought there was going to team fight, and they took him down.
Yes, and the moment he went down, maybe next is going to be the Tyrant. No, interestingly, Team Hong Kong, China not interested in the Tyrant. Okay, this is not the usual playstyle that they're deploying.
Yeah, but they will start it. They do have enough. I think that is just like, okay, we're so far ahead right now. Like we don't need the entire team to do this. Everybody go your own way. Let's get as much jungle efficiency across the map as possible.
Yeah, efficiency is the name of the game here for Team Hong Kong, China. Yeah, they've calculated everything, right? They can send people up to farm other lanes and everyone gets the best of that situation. Wow. But again, right? So we are still at like what, the 5th minute? So this combination between Liang and also Angela is still very, very dangerous. So whenever this rotation happens, whenever Team Singapore sees them rotating as a duo, as a trio, they have to immediately run.
Yeah, immediately run. But it starts with vision, right? Getting the sentries. Weecat is going to be chased here. Kahin might go for the late waste. He's actually got the taunt on top of him. He gets the pullback. No, he's going to burst Ram on out, using those skills to his advantage.
Okay, at least Weecat is not that target that Team Hong Kong China wants to do that combo on, because there's a chance that he will be able to survive that one as a tank. So he's going to let that one go, but they're looking for their next target. So Weecat will be that key person to open up the map to give as much information as possible where will these three be rotating at?
Yeah, Sumkey here on this Arlie. Just how much threat does he have? Like Yuming was like, saw him, took a couple shots. He's like, all right, I'm really playing. I'm getting to safety, right? I can't even fight here. But now they actually fight him with that control, the blazing brilliance, everything to take him down, and he gets melted. And they're going to take the Crimson Golem away off the smite off of Kahin.
If the dude can go down that easily to that combo, everyone else can, right? So this is going to be very, very dangerous for Team Singapore. The only one that can probably withstand that is going to be Weekend. But Team Hong Kong China can easily say, okay, we just ignore you. We just look at everyone else, and then there's a lot of options.
Kahin with that Wings of Judgment, just trying to zone him away. Kahin is on the low side, but Yue needs to be careful about this potential flank. Zekin is thinking about diving in, goes on, a couple slashes on, but now the Azure Golem is going to be picked up. Singapore left wanting, and again, just see all of the buffs being stolen from under them.
Okay, all right. So now at least they're starting to back off a bit, but that's also because that they need to reset their skills again, especially Kahin. So Kahin and also Hoa, they're ready with their respective ults. We can see them pairing up together just like how they are on screen right now. They're looking for the next target. They're looking for the backline.
Yeah, but those two have been on point, right? Kahin has just been an absolute beast. But do you know the difference between Kahin and Kaiheng?
Is it G?
Yeah, it is the G. That's keeping them in, right? That's the only difference. I like it how you got it. Awesome. But now we're going in. I mean, Kaiyang, also with a G, he's looking to defend this top lane, right? Kaiyang, again, he needs that space and to kind of compete here with Sumkey, who's gotten the better of him this game.
Oh, Hoa putting himself as a bait. Look at that, right? While Kaiheng is really behind. But here comes
Sumkey. Play with that control all the way from the Frost with the blazing brilliance and Sumkey's damage. He goes down yet again.
That is nasty how they position themselves. You wouldn't expect that. You see one Angela, you'll be like, ha, Angela's alone, let's go for it. And then they were forced inside and Kaiheng was ready and all that happened.
Yeah, and they're going to take the Crimson Golem here. Okay, if there's anything against the Liang is that he does fall off. Probably at the 15-minute mark plus, right? But at this rate, the way that Hong Kong are rolling, this has got to be incredibly discouraging. Singapore right now need to just hold on. Use these Wings of Judgment, clear the wave, make sure that nobody's touching this mid T1.
The 15-minute mark is still miles away.
You got to believe, man. You got to be positive.
Okay, let's be positive here.
Oh, the truth. Yashi, he not too much on this one, but Kahin's on the side. He's just so tanky. He turns it and takes down Kaiyang. The Blazing Brilliance is a little just taking the mark, and Yu Ming too will fall, not even able to get the wind slash off.
Oh, they got two very, very important heroes on the side of Team Singapore. But again, disciplined gameplay shown by Team Hong Kong China. They're not going to stay there too long. They're going to focus onto the mid lane. After taking down the mid lane, the Tyrant is going to be up. It's about time for them to refocus back onto the bottom by then. Yeah,
and taking this one down, I mean, the mid T1, that was with... I told them that, hey, they had one job, and that was to keep the mid T1 up, and they didn't do it.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Too bad. You have to answer the call after this.
Yeah. All right. But now, okay, Hong Kong, China have been playing a flawless game. Haven't died a single time. 8K net worth lead. Everything going in their favor. Finding things out in terms of just like the movements, the way that they're ganking. They're playing together as a team. Singapore right now, really. What are you doing as Singapore? Like, how do you get back into this?
Well, firstly, you have to literally get back.
Yeah, the control just too much at this point, and the taunt as well, just locking him down. Yanzu was trying to make the heroic play to save him, but he too will fall. And now the turnaround, the pullback with the layways as well. They've taken them all down. Yiwei is going to be dove under, and they get him with a Chaos Strike, and Hawa with a Quadra.
That insane layways, my goodness, caught 3 of them, and the follow-up came. That was definitely something that it all started again by Team Hong Kong China with what? With a combo of Kaiheng and Hoa. They catch one, and the one that they caught was actually Weekend. As tanky as Weekend is supposed to be, he got melted down. They know that, okay, this is the threshold. If they're able to take out Weekend just like that, they know they can take out anyone.
Anyone, anything, and they've taken the Shadow Tyrant here, starting them off. They're a 14-0 as Singapore. They got to be feeling a little bit rough, but this Kahin Bai Chi has just had so much value. He is just taking all of the shots, literally shrugging it off, and turning fights. All of the time, you try to run away, he pulls you right back in.
Yeah, and when the combo between Hoa and Kaiheng is on cooldown, like, Kahin shows up with the leeways and everyone just goes in with their basic attacks and all that, especially with Sumki. Right now, Sumki is already really strong. Just look at his items. He's way ahead of anyone, especially way ahead of Kaiyang.
Oh, they dash right in. They try to go on top of Yuming. He really blades on back. He gets pulled under the tower, but it doesn't seem like Hong Kong China cares as they take him down as well as the mid T2.
Oh man, you can't step out right now. The moment you step out of the base, that's it. So you have to. Okay, so Team Singapore right now, they have to play like, okay, pull Team Hong Kong China come towards them. Because why? Weekend can counter engage. Weekend can dish out a big CC. So they have to try to pull Team Hong Kong China together and then try to take advantage of that.
But look at how Hong Kong China, I mean, yeah, they're grouping up in this mid lane, maybe potentially baiting them out here, but they're taking the mid T3, taking them all down. Wings of Judgment now going to be used to zone them away, but Hong Kong China largely don't care. I think they're going to be happy with this regrouping stage.
Oh man, oh, Yanzi's position compromised there. Okay, I'm still waiting for the moment, like, okay, we see the big Tremor Smash, like Tremor Smash into 3, into 4, and then follow up by all the other attacks from Team Singapore. Right now, they have yet to be able to do that.
Yeah, I haven't been able to do it because, you know, Hong Kong, China, they're the ones initiating. You want to take a fight, it's on what, you know, the Hong Kong, China want to do. They're the ones that are taking things out. And now you're seeing most of this is like through Kahing and Kahin. Both of those guys have been immaculate in this one.
Oh, right now, it's 15-0. This scoreline is so huge at this moment. Well, Weekend is still doing what he can, opening up the map. And if he chooses to execute his plan of like going in with the Tremor Smash, his teammates has to be together with him as well. So there are a lot of compositions to fall together before he can do it.
Yeah, if not now, when? Now he's looking to go. Weekend gets to the back line, then Tremor Smash, but he's knocks him aside. Here we go with the Wombo combo. Hawa's going to be taken down, but four members down. Make it an ace. They just counter initiate, and just like that, Hong Kong China taking game 2, and they will take the sweep over Singapore.
Clean game, right? I'm telling you, 2-0 sweep, and in the